brought to you by SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Grande, Gato, also known as TheBigKatt. My cool cats, get your paws in there, my cool cats, if you rock with TheBigKatt. Today, we're going to talk about episode 2 of All or Nothing Review. But first, I got one quick question. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you look at that? If you look at that, what? Give me that. Listen, after 1-0 start against the Dallas Cowboys, can it sustain it going into episode 2? Let's get into it. So the first takeaway on episode 2 is Hurricane Florence is bearing down on the Carolinas. You got Mike Adams in the film room. They really zoom in on him. He's talking to his family as they get ready to travel. The guys are really trying to stay focused going into Atlanta after a 1-0 start, not to get too high, but they want to be even killed, knowing that a storm is coming out and people's lives could be at danger. So it's really captures the emotion of the guys trying to stay focused. Second biggest takeaway is Greg Olsen's foot being broke presents a golden opportunity for one Ian Thomas, a guy who was drafted high after playing one full season at the University of Indiana, a guy who's actually pretty talented, but he's very raw, but he does have the talent to make it. Would he step up and fill in Greg Olsen's shoes after being broken week 1? Let's find out. So the third biggest takeaway is they drop us into the Falcons game where Ian Thomas struggles. He drops a wide open touchdown. Not only does he drop a wide open touchdown, Cam Newton is trying to redirect him on several different routes, and he's having a hard time comprehending or having a hard time understanding the timing between him and Cam Newton. But he tries to mentor him and says, if you trust me, I'm going to make you great. I'm going to make you great. But he couldn't get it. Not only did he struggle, the defense struggled. A defense known for stopping the run. 21 straight games of less than 100 yards. Well, that was snapped in Atlanta. We gave up over 100 plus yards, and of course, we lost. We struggled early and often. Came back late, but it was to no avail. To add insult to injury, Cam Newton took a cheap shot under the chin while he was sliding by one of their defensive backs. So yeah, just wasn't a good day in Atlanta. We struggled. We finished 1-1. The next thing the episode brings you into is the mindset of a coach. You just watch your defense get shredded as far as stopping the run. So you want to make changes. And kudos to Ron Rivera. This whole series did a good job of capturing his mentality as a coach. A lot of people who didn't feel he was a good coach, by the end of this series, you'll understand why. But, so he goes back, he reevaluates the defense, and he decides to start Efa Obadiah. Okay, so Efa Obadiah, they bring you into his story, how he was pulled in from, trafficking out in London and the gangs and all that good stuff, all the way over here to take advantage of his opportunity to play ball. He goes in there right off the bat. It's a Cincinnati Bengal game. Sack, interception, fourth fumble. It turns out to be a good move. We had a good day against Cincinnati, ended up winning that game, and they did a good job, mostly in part of Efa Obadiah. As the episode continues, they're in the bye week now, and they show Julius Pepper's philanthropy on center stage. This was one of the most important part of episode 2. The fact that during Hurricane Florence, the damage it did, Julius Pepper took his own money and took his own time to go out and visit some of these people who had severe damage to their houses. And he really took that to heart, given the fact that he came from a small town in North Carolina. So I really appreciate them really honing in on that and showing just these guys are more than football players. Some people went home during the break, during the bye week or whatever. He went out to help and put his philanthropy on stage. And I really appreciate it from him. This is what makes him the GOAT on and off the field. Last but not least, episode 2 ends with contemplating signing Eric Reid to the Carolina Panthers. One biggest thing that I found out about the whole Eric Reid thing on this episode was Torrey Smith played a big role. I never knew Torrey Smith was so vocal or so respected in the locker room and in the coaching staff. You know what I mean? He was one of the guys that they talked to along with Cam Newton and others. But they're contemplating signing Eric Reid. Will they do it? You got to tune into the next episode of KeepOut_TV. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of KeepOut_TV. Make sure you subscribe. Get in the comment section. What did you like about episode 2? I really like Efa Obadiah's story. Also like Julius Pepper's philanthropy on display. More than just a football player. But I want to hear what you guys like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tune in. Notification bells on. My cool cats, get your paws in the air. Let's get up out of here. Like the church say, yeah.